to Chidon.
ברוכות הבאות לחידון. Gwelling חידון.
Brachos habayis to Chidon.
Bienvenue à Chidon.
Welcome to the International Chidon Sefer Hamitzvos Tafshin Ayin Ches 5778. Please join me in welcoming the 1,675 Chidon contestants from 75 schools around the world. Anash Kinder, 20 contestants. Beis Chayamushka, Iowa, 5 contestants. Beis Chayamushka, California, 48 contestants. Beis Chayamushka, Crown Heights, 39 contestants. Beis Chayamushka, Toronto, 66 contestants. Beis Rivka, Crown Heights, 114 contestants. Beis Rivka, Montreal, 43 contestants. Benois Menachem, Crown Heights, 74 contestants. Chassidus Club, New Haven, 7 contestants. Cheder Chabad, Long Island, 5 contestants. Cheder Chabad, Baltimore, Maryland, 15 contestants. Cheder Chabad of Monsey Girls, 25 contestants. Cheder Chabad, Philadelphia, 13 contestants. Cheder Chabad, Sydney, Australia, 2 contestants. Cheder Lubavitch, Chicago Girls, 17 contestants. Cheder Lubavitch, Morristown Girls, 24 contestants. Cheder Menachem, New Jersey, 4 contestants. Cheder Menachem, Wilkes-Barre, 6 contestants. CMCH Atlanta, 3 contestants. Hebrew Academy, Margate, Florida, 18 contestants. Hebrew Academy, Tampa Bay, 3 contestants. Hillel Academy, Wisconsin, 7 contestants. Kesser Torah College, Australia, 3 contestants. Lubavitch Cheder Day School, Minnesota, 6 contestants. Lubavitch Educational Center, Florida, 91 contestants. Lubavitch Senior Girls, London, 9 contestants. Maimonides Hebrew Day School, Albany, 14 contestants. Menachem Mendel Seattle Cheder, 1 contestant. My Shliach, 103 contestants. Orta Mimim Buffalo, 14 contestants. Torah Academy South Africa, 3 contestants. Torah Day School of Houston, 1 contestant. Tzivos Hashem Vancouver, 6 contestants. Yeshiva School Pittsburgh Girls, 15 contestants. And now, a grand welcome to our MC of today's wonderful and amazing event, Principal of Olei Torah, Rabbi Yehoshua Lustig.
Welcome to the International Chidon Mitzvahs Tafshin Ayin Ches. Let us begin by welcoming Rabbi Yerachmiel Benyaminson, Executive Director of Tzivos Hashem, and Rabbi Shalom Ben Baumgarten, Director at Tzivos Hashem and of the Chidon. Let's welcome our judges, the creators of the Sarah Rohr Yehadas curriculum, Rabbi Shalom Lane, Rabbi Zalman Glick, and Rabbi Benjamin Ginsberg. Welcome. On our stage, we have our first 4 out of our 8 teams, and over here on the right, we have team Sefer Hamitzvos with 2,311 points. Moving over to the left, we have team Yad HaChazaka with 2,091 points. And over here on the left side, we have team Perek Echad with 2,232 points. And on the far left of the stage, over here, we have team Shleisha Prakim with 2,117 points. Sitting here on the first row of the stage, all across, are the fourth graders who studied Yahadus book number 1, which contains 86 mitzvahs that the Rambam explains in the Svarim of Mada and Ahava. One row up, we have the fifth graders who studied Yahadus book number 2, which contains 145 mitzvahs from the Svarim of Zmanim, Nashim, Kedusha, and Hafla. Moving up to the third row, we have the sixth graders who studied Yahadus book number 3, which contains 145 mitzvahs from the books, from the Svarim of Zraim and Avoida. And moving up to our fourth row, we have the seventh graders who studied Yahadus book number 4, containing 122 mitzvahs from a continuation of Avoida and the Svarim of Karbanos, Tahara, and Ezekiel. And finally, on our top row, we have our eighth graders who have studied Yahadus book number 5, containing 114 mitzvahs from the Svarim of Kinyan, Mishpatim, and Shaiftim. Ever since the Chidon was relaunched 5 years ago, this is our first year that we have the complete Sarah Roar Yahadus curriculum, and here on stage we have all 613 mitzvahs. So I'd like to welcome everybody to round 1, featuring our first 4 teams. We're going to ask a question to one grade at a time, beginning with the fourth graders at the bottom row and moving our way up the stage. And here are the rules. Rule number 1, after a question is asked, the team that knows the answer needs to hit their buzzer. Whichever team hits their buzzer first, they get to say the answer. Rule number 2, teams have only 15 seconds to press the buzzer to earn full points. After 15 seconds, the question will be worth half the amount of points. Rule number 3, once the buzzer is pressed by a team, they have 45 seconds to provide a complete answer to the question. And rule number 4, if the team gives a correct answer, they earn 100 points. And if they provide a wrong or incomplete answer, they lose 100 points. This is how the first part of round 1 will work. Soon we'll get to our bonus round, which I will explain when we get to it. But now, before we begin, I want the crowd to be familiar with that buzzer sound. So I'm going to ask Parak Echad, 6th grade, could you hit your buzzer? That's the sound when the team grabs the question. I'm going to ask the judges to release the buzzer. I want to hear the sound. No sound this year? Let's try that again. Press it. No sound. Okay, good. So we won't have extra sounds. So here we go. Our first question to the fourth graders. You could also look at the screens if you would like. First question for Chidon Mitzvahs Tafshin Ayin Ches. Fourth graders who learn book 1 from Mada and Yahava. Here you go. What are 2 halachos regarding the cup used for Netilas Yadayim? And what are 2 halachos regarding the water used? And the question goes to Team Yad HaChazaka. You have 45 seconds. Are you the one on the, go. Hold on, Mike for Yad HaChazaka, please.
Does it work?
Go, it works.
The cup cannot have a spout.
Okay, that's one condition about the cup. I need one more.
And it can't have any holes.
It can't have any holes. That's 2 conditions about the cup. Now let's go on to the water.
And the water needs to be, it can't be used for anything
It
else.
cannot have been used for any avoida, any work. One more left.
And it can't be colored.
Excellent. Plus 100 points for Team Yad HaChazaka. The cup, which is used for Netilas Yadayim, must be big enough to hold the revius, cannot have any holes. You mentioned another condition, that it cannot have any spouts. And the water, which was used for Netilas Yadayim, must be pure and could not have been used for any other work and cannot be colored water. And our next question goes to the 5th graders who learned Yahada's book, number 2. Here is your first question of today's game show. Name at least 5 examples of a misfortune when there would be a mitzvah to blow chatzaitzres. Buzzers reset. Okay, Perek Echad. 5 examples of a misfortune.
Any natural disaster, when an army passes through, when you're under siege, when the whole congregation loses money as a whole, when there's a plague, and even if only a few people die, and when
That's a 6th one
crops.
already. Very good. She named 6 of the times when there's misfortune that there's a mitzvah on the Yidden to blow the chatzaitzres, and we see 5 of them up there on the screen. And our next question goes to the 6th graders sitting on the 3rd row. Let's please reset the buzzers. Our 6th graders on the 3rd row who learned Yahada's book number 3. Here is your question. How do each of the following numbers connect to mitzvahs avodas halevi b'mikdash? The numbers 5, let me finish the question. Number 8, 13, and 25. You got it. You're allowed to grab it during the question, but I just wanted to finish. Yada chazaka.
The number 5 for the 5 years of training.
Correct.
The number 8, they started the training when they were 8
That's
years
the earliest age to start training, correct?
old. And 13, they started the Avaida
The earliest age to start the Avodah in the times of.
of the Beis Hamikdash.
That's correct.
And in the times of the Mishkan, they started the training when they were 25.
That is correct. Plus 100 points for Team Yada Chazaka. That was excellent, even after losing an hour of sleep. And our next question goes to the 4th row, to the 7th graders who learned Yahada's book number 4. So tough one. Which does not belong? The pasuk of Lo sizbach al chametz dam zivchi, v'lo yalin chelev chagi ad boiker, v'lo achlu es abasar balayla hazeh, al matzos u'meroirim yoichluhu. Team Shloisha Prakim, you press the buzzer. And why does it not belong?
It's for current Pesach Sheni.
Unbelievable for you to figure out that answer. These are 4 psukim and a couple of units spread out. 3 of them were mitzvahs about Pesach Rishon. Al Matzos Al Meroim Yechilu is about Pesach Sheni, and there's another similar sounding pasuk about Pesach Rishon, and she was able to figure that out. Unbelievable. Plus 100 points for Team Shloisha Prakim. And our final buzzer question for this round goes to the 8th graders sitting on the top row, who for the first time we have Yahada's book 5 here on stage. And here is your question. Name at least 6 conditions that must be met in order for a boy to be considered a Ben Seirer Umayra. And the answer goes to Shloisha Prakim again. 6 conditions. Let's.
He has to steal it from his father.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
He has to steal it from his father, the money.
Okay.
He has to eat it off of his property.
Okay, good.
He
2.
must be in his first 3 months of his 13th year.
That's 3.
Both of his parents must be alive.
Judges, both alive is enough. Okay. 4.
He has to eat at least 50 dinarim of meat at one time.
That's correct. That's 5.
He has to drink at least half a lug of wine at once without stopping.
Okay, we're gonna give it to you, even though the clock ran out. But those last 2 were really as one. But from the book, it could sound like 2 separate ones. Should we ask them for one more? Give us one more. Don't worry about the clock. The leg of wine
He has
and the
to
meat
eat
was
it with
really
friends
one.
who are close and vulgar like him.
Say that again.
He has to eat it with his friends that are close and vulgar like him.
Oh, you memorized the book. Very good. Plus 100 points for Team Shleisha Prakim. And this concludes the first part of round 1 with our buzzer questions. And now we move on to our bonus round. In the bonus round, each question is going to be worth 150 points. We are going to ask an open-ended question. Open-ended means that we're going to ask you to name all the mitzvahs that are connected to a specific category. For example, but this is not your question, name all the mitzvahs in your book that have to do with grapes or wine. And as a team, you work together to write down as many mitzvahs as you can, and one girl writes it down. Here are the rules. for the open-ended round. Your team has 60 seconds to write down as many mitzvahs as you can think of together. Rule number 2, mitzvahs must be written down each on their own separate line. Rule number 3, writing a broad term will only count as one. However, if you write the specifics, each on their own line, you will get points for each one. So I'm going to give an example. If let's say carbonais would fit your answer, if you write carbonais, we'll give you 1 point. But if you're going to write the carbon musaf of Rosh Hashanah on one line, and the carbon musaf of Yom Kippur on a second line, and the carbon musaf of Sukkot on a third line, you will get a point for each and every single one. Rule number 4, if it happens that when the 60 clock runs out, and I say drop your pens, which you all got to do then, you're in the middle of writing a mitzvah, the judges will be the one to decide if that mitzvah should count. Keep in mind that this is not a writing competition. So when you're writing a mitzvah, these 60 seconds, you don't have to write the whole name of the mitzvah. And I'll go back to my karbanis example. You would not have to write mitzvah lahakriv karban musaf b'yayim HaShabbos. You could just write musaf Shabbos, and that would be enough. As long as when we come look at your paper and you tell us your answers, we know that you really thought of it and wrote it down during those 60 seconds that your team had. I'm going to ask a separate question to each grade. Each grade will get their own question. First, I'll ask the 4th graders, then the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Girls, once you hear your question, you could start working right away. After I ask the question to the 8th graders is when the 60-second timer will begin. So really, if you're in 4th grade, you have a little more than 60 seconds. That's the truth. Does every team, please raise your hand if every team has the girl with a pen who's ready to write. Does every team know that you need to work together now? And you call the girl who has the pen. Okay, here we go for our questions. Grade 4, list all the mitzvahs that have details connected to the number 3. Not if you make some calculation and things add up to 3. If it has details connected to the number 3. Grade 5, here's your question. List all mitzvahs loisa say in your book that are punishable with malchus. You can get to work. Grade 6, here's your question. List all mitzvahs where a bracha is said when performing the mitzvah. Do not include netarevai. Grade 7, here's your question. List all the mitzvahs that apply only to kohanim. It must say the word kohanim in the icon. And grade 8, list all the mitzvahs that are about servants. That will include a Eved Ivri, Eved Knani, Amaha Ivriya, and Shivcha Knanis. 60-second clock should go on. $18 seconds left. Four seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Please drop your pens immediately. Thank you. Perfect. All right, so this is how we're going to collect the answers. I'm going to ask each team in the 4th grade, we always start with you, how many mitzvahs you came up with. I'll go to each team. We'll get the number. The team that has the most is going to earn that round and get 150 points. But of course, we need to verify them, and you'll have to tell us in the mic all the mitzvahs you came up with, and we need the judge's approval for all those mitzvahs that fit the open-ended question that you were asked. In the event that the team that we went to had some disqualified, we may need to go to another team to collect their answers. So Sefer Hamitzvos, how many do you have written down each on a separate line? 1 mitzvah. Yad HaChazaka, how many? 2. Parak Echad, how many? 2. If there's a tie, both teams get the point. Shleisha Prakim, how many? 6. All right, Shleisha Prakim. Into the mic, the girl who's in charge of speaking, please tell us all 6. Please point to the 6 separate lines where they were written down. I see that. Good. All right, number 1. connected to the number 3.
Three mitzvahs for giving up your life.
There's 3 mitzvahs. So which mitzvah is that? The mitzvah of?
Kiddush Hashem.
Excellent. Kiddush Hashem. There are 3 aveiros that you must give up your life not to be over them. So that mitzvah of Kiddush Hashem is connected to number 3. Fantastic. That's 1.
3 mitzvahs of believing in Hashem.
The 3 mitzvahs of believing in Hashem are on one unit together. So like I explained, we're not doing 3. If something adds up to 3, it's not connected. So we're not going to count that. Yira Ava Emunah, we're not counting that. That's not what we mean, and I think I explained that when we say connected to 3, but you're still ahead. You have 1 so far. Let's go.
In Kiddush Hashem, it's
You already said Kiddush Hashem. That was your first one. Line 1 was Kiddush Hashem.
Kiddush Hashem and Chilul Hashem.
Chilul Hashem will count as the second one because it's connected to the same 3 details, right? So that's 2 so far for your team.
So we only have 2.
So you only have 2. Okay, Shleisha Prakim, yeah? Yeah, they mean that it adds up to 3, but that doesn't count. So you got 2 mitzvahs, Shleisha Prakim. Seems like you'll be getting your points anyway. Let's see what they have. How many? You said 2? What are they? Into the mic.
3 types of teshuvah.
3 types, 3 parts to tshuva. We give it to them, right? The Scharat al-Avar, Kabbalah al-Haba, and Vidui. That's great. So that's the mitzvah of tshuva. And
3 types of lashon hara.
Lashon Hara also affects 3 people. There's 3 types. It's going to count. Yes. So you got 2 as well. And you also said that you had 2. Yada Chazaka. Okay, we'll decide that with the judges. Let me hear the 2 that you have.
Lashon hara.
Lashon Hara counts. What's the second one? Just if you could read me what you have on your paper, please.
Rebuke.
What?
Rebuking.
Rebuking.
There are
Techacha. Is it
different
connected to the number 3?
situations.
How's
3 different situations.
tell the
like
judges?
you
How's it
do
connected to number 3? Loud into the mic.
There are 3 different situations that you could rebuke in.
3 different situations when you rebuke. The judges need to think about this one. That's good so far. Even if you don't get it, it won't count. Okay, so far you had 1.
And we have a half.
You have a half. Let's see
have
the
a
half.
half.
That we leave up to the judges.
Bris
Your
milah.
middle writing bris milah, and they wrote bris basically. We can give it to them. But how's it connected to the number 3?
There's 3 brachas.
3 brachas to be said. Is that correct? Okay. Well, you're going to count it. Okay, so plus 150 points for Shleisha Prakim and 150 points for team Yad HaChazaka. Now let's go to our 5th graders. I'm going to start with Shleisha Prakim. How many mitzvahs do you have on your paper?
We have 8, but the 8th one we are middle writing.
All right, 7.5. How many do you have? Parak Echad.
10 and a word.
10 and a word. And 5th grade, how many do you, sorry, Yad HaChazaka, how many do you have?
We have 7, but we were
7.
writing our 8th. 7.5.
7.5. You were also 7.5. You're 10 and a word. And you are?
11.
11. It looks like we're going to go to Team Sefer Hamitzvos. And if they get 11, we're going to have to come check out your word over there to see what it is. The judges will decide that, okay? But Sefer Hamitzvos, we're definitely starting with you. So the question to your grade was all the mitzvahs that are punishable with Malchus. Go.
Going out of the Tchum Shabbos.
Going out of the Tchum on Shabbos, that's 1.
Not to work on the first day of Pesach.
Not to work on the first day of Pesach is 2.
Work on the 7th day of Pesach.
That's 3.
Work on Shavuos.
Not to work on Shavuos is 4.
Not to work on Rosh Hashanah.
Not to work on Rosh Hashanah is 5.
Not to work on the first day of Sukkot.
Not to work on the first day of Sukkot is 6.
Not to work on the 8th day
That's
of
7.
Chametz after Chatzos.
Chametz after Chatzos when? Oh, after Chatzos. First day, Erev Yom Tov. That's 8.
Taruvas Chametz.
Tarovis Chametz is 9. That's correct.
Owning Chametz.
Which one?
Owning Chametz.
Bayura. That's 10.
Seeing Chametz.
Bayamatze and Bayura. 10 and 11. So we could give them for sure 150 points to Team Sefer Hamitzvos. Let me see that one word that you had on your 11th line. It says the word no. The question was asking for mitzvahs license say. Every license say starts with no, so it's not indicating anything. So we're going to keep it that. Team, which one was it? Yad. Sefer Hamitzvos, you earned the 150 points that was available to your grade for Team Sefer Hamitzvos. And our next question was to the 6th graders. Our question to you was, all the mitzvahs, do you make a bracha when you perform the mitzvah? How many?
10.
10, wow. How many, Yada Chazaka?
9 and a word.
9,
8 and a letter.
8 and a letter. Letters don't count. Okay, 8. So we have 10, 8. How many for Parak Echad?
6.
6. And how many for Shleisha Prakim?
7.
7. Who said 10? Sefer Hamitzvos. Let's hear your 10 mitzvahs that have a bracha that needs to be said when you perform the mitzvah.
Eating truma.
Eating truma is being mafresh truma or eating? Which one? Which mitzvah?
We have eating truma. We have both eating truma and separating truma.
Hold on. Eating truma counts? Mafresh truma for sure counts. Eating, I'm not sure about. Judges? You know which bracha it says in the book to make when eating truma? I don't remember, but I don't know the book maybe as well as you.
I think the kind makes the bracha. I'm not sure, but yeah.
I don't even know if there was a mitzvah of eating truma. There wasn't. All right, mafresh truma counts. You have 1.
Vidya Meiser.
Vidui meiser, it's not a bracha. There's psukim that you need to say. It's not a bracha. It won't count.
Eating kachim.
Eating kachim. Is there a bracha you make when you eat kachim? There's 1. Okay, that's a broad term, but you'll get 1 point for that.
Pidyon ben.
So Pidyon Ben would be number 3 for you.
Peter Chamar.
That would be number 4.
Meiser Ani.
Meister would be number 5.
Meiser Sheni.
Meister Sheni would be 6.
Sanctifying Yovel.
Sanctifying the Yovel, 7.
Sanctifying the month.
Sanctifying the month, no such mitzvah, no. You have 7 so far. You got 7. All right, someone else had 8 or 7.5. How many did you have?
7.
7? Okay, so we might have a tie. But no one else claimed to have more than 7, right? All right, so in the meantime, we could give 1. You gave it already? Chazaka, you said you have 8?
Yeah.
All right, so we go to you. So don't give Sefer Mitzvah's points yet, please. All right, Yada Chazaka, what are your 8? And if you could please check that it's on the paper. Thank you. What are your 8?
Meiserani.
Meisterani's 1.
Shuma.
Truma, 2.
Meiser Sheni.
Meister Sheni's 3.
Eating kachim.
Kachim, 4.
Meiser Rishain.
5.
Chala.
Chala, 6.
Bikurim.
Bikurim is not a bracha, right? It's just psukim. It won't count.
Vidya Meiser.
Vidui Meiser won't count either because it's not a bracha, it's psukim that you said. So our winner is going to be Team Sefer Hamitzvos plus 150 points. And you also have 7. Oh, you make my job harder. Okay. So let's see what your 7 are.
Meiser Sheni.
Counts. That's 1.
Meiser Ani.
That's 2.
Meiser Rishain.
That's 3.
Truma.
4.
Pidyon ben.
5.
Peter Chamar.
6.
And Trumas Meiser.
Trumas Meiser. Gonna count, right? 7. All right, plus 150 points for Team Shleisha Prakim. Let's go 1 row up to our 7th graders. Your question was to list all the mitzvahs that apply only to Kayanim. Don't tell me a mitzvah of tefillin, which Kayanim do. We're talking about mitzvahs that the icon in the book said that this mitzvah is for Kayanim. Sefer mitzvahs, how many? 7.5. Yada Chazak, how many?
Sorry, we have 8.
8. Parak Echad, how many?
12.
12. And Shleisha Prakim, how many? 13. Okay. So Shleisha Prakim.
Okay, Karban Tamid.
Carbon Tamid, is it on the tzibur or the? I think that was one of the
It was
corrections.
correction in the book.
Correction. That was one of the corrections. Very good. Okay. So Carbon Tamid is on Kainim. That's 1. Good job.
Keep the fire on the Mizbeach.
That's 2.
Truma Sadeshen.
Trumas Hadeshin is 3.
Musaf of Shabbos.
Musaf of Shabbos is 4.
Musaf of Rosh Chodesh.
5.
Musaf of Pesach.
You listen to the example up front. That's good. 6.
Musaf of Shavuos.
7.
The Mincha of Shavuos.
8.
The Musaf
Musaf of Rosh Hashanah,
9,
Musaf of Yom Kippur,
10,
Musaf of Sukkot,
11. Hold on before you say, and they have that all written down, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Musaf of Shmini Atzeres,
That's 12.
and not leaving the fat on the Karban Pesach overnight.
Not leaving the Loyal and Chelev Chagi. Very good. 13 mitzvahs. That's plus 150 points for Team Shleisha Prakim. And our final open-ended question for this round went to the 8th graders. And the question was to tell us all the mitzvahs that had to do with servants. Sefer Hamitzvos, how many? 8. Yad Chazaka, how many? 10. Parak Echad, how many? 7.5. And Shleisha Prakim? 12. We're going to go to Shleisha Prakim again. Your mic works? All right. Top left
Hello.
mic. Here we go.
Follow the laws of the Eved Ivri.
The mitzvah say of Din Eved Ivri is 1.
Do not make a Eved Ivri do Avidus Parach.
That's 2.
Do not make a Eved Ivri do Avidus Eved.
That's 3.
Do not sell a slave that. No, do not sell an Eved Ivri like the way slaves are
That's
sold.
correct. That's 4.
Do not give gifts. You should not make an Eved Ivri go empty-handed.
That's the Lysa say. That's
and
5.
you should give gifts.
That's the say. That's 6.
Redeem Ama Ivriya.
Which one?
Redeem.
Redeem Ava Ivriya. That's 7.
Marry Ama
Hold on,
Ivriya.
hold on. Was there something you needed to say? Is it all on the paper? What did it say?
Yeah.
It only says give gifts. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Give gifts is enough. That's the mitzvah. We're holding
Now leave
7. What does it
empty
say on line 7?
Do not leave empty.
Line 7.
Okay. Marry Ama Ivriya.
To marry Amma Ivriya is
Redeem.
8.
Oh wait, I already said that. Okay. Do not sell. I already said that.
Do not sell her is 9.
Do not return a slave that came to Eretz Yisrael.
A slave that ran into Eretz Yisrael, do not send them back
Do
is
not
10.
tease a slave that came to Eretz Yisrael.
To what?
Do not tease a
Do
slave.
not tease it.
Do
Do not
not
oppress it.
oppress.
Yes, very good. That's 11.
And
That's how much?
Keep
How
a
many?
Evet Kanani forever. Keep a Evet Kanani forever.
Mitzvah to keep Eved Knani forever. La'olam b'em tavaydu. That is unbelievable. Plus 150 points for Team Shleisha Prakim. Let's give a round of applause to all the 4 teams here on stage. Round 1 concludes with Sefer Hamitzvos, 2,611 points. Yada Chazaka with 2,441 points. Parak Echad with 2,332 points. And Shleisha Prakim ends with 2,917 points. Unbelievable. And now let's welcome Chani Maleki and Eli Marcus for the Chidon theme song.
Hello, Chidon! Everybody put your hands together. Come on, let's see everybody clap along. Come on. Studying day and night, basking in the Torah's light. Mitzvahs I am lucky to learn, to master them I earn. Backwards, forwards, inside out, to know what each one is about. 613 I will know, a Sefer Hamitzvos pro. Chidon is here, I'll shout out loud and clear. Our work paid off to join this atmosphere. Learning mitzvahs round the clock, this Torah is our strength. This power to acquire, I will go to any length. Knowing all the time I spent, the energy it does. When I get home, no time for rest, I'll start on the next book. I can't deny my feeling proud to be part of the super crowd. Shows are a blast, memories to last. I'll convince my friends back home to study for the next Chidon. Together next year we'll return, there's so much still to learn. Chidon is here, I'll shout out loud and clear. Hard work paid off to join this atmosphere. Learning mitzvahs round the clock, cause Torah is our strength. His power to acquire, I will go to any length. Knowing all the time I spent, the energy it took, I'm excited to get home to start on the next book. To these mitzvahs I will cling, and tremendous machas bring. And my Rebbe I'll soon see, smiling back at me. Chayalis of the world unite, joining forces brings us might. Together strong beyond compare, we'll bring Mashiach here. Chidon is here, I'll shout out loud and clear. Hard work paid off to join this atmosphere. Learning mitzvahs round the clock, cause Torah is our strength. His power to acquire, I will go to any length. Knowing all the time I spent, the energy it took, I can't wait. Oh, your Chidon is here, I'll shout out loud and clear. Hard work paid off to join this atmosphere. Learning this was round the clock, cause Torah is our strength. His power to acquire, I will go to any length. Knowing all the time I spent, the energy it took, even before I get home, I'll start on the next book. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chani Maleki and Eli Marcus, for the beautiful Chidon theme song. This year, the Chidon Shabbaton fell out on the Shabbos when we read Parshas Para, which talks all about the mitzvah of Para Aduma. There's a well-known story about Dama ben Asina that he had a special stone in his possession which was needed for the ephod. The Chachamim approached him to purchase the stone and offered him a large sum of money. However, he refused to sell it to the Chachamim because at that moment his father, Nesina, was resting and the key to the chest that had the stone was under his pillow. So Dama ben Nesina turned down a large sum of money just to do the mitzvah of honoring his parents. The Gemara tells us that the following year, Dama ben Nesina was rewarded and one of his cows gave birth to a para aduma. Upon hearing that Dama was in possession of a para aduma, the Chachamim approached him again and offered to buy the para aduma. Dama ben Nesina told them, I know that you would pay all the money in the world to be able to purchase this para aduma. However, all I'm going to ask for is the amount of money I turned down last year because I was honoring my father. And so like this, the Gemara tells us, Dama was rewarded with all the money that he had turned down the year before. The question is, why did Hashem choose to reward Dama ben Nesina with a para aduma? Harbe drachim lamakayim. Hashem has many ways to give money to somebody. They could do well in business, they could discover a chest, or many other ways. Why did Hashem specifically choose to reward Dama ben Nesina with a para aduma? And the Chidushei Harim offers the following explanation. After Dama ben Nesina, who was a non-Jew, showed such respect and such dedication to the mitzvah of honoring parents, Lamaila, there was a kitrug on the Yidden that they were not as dedicated to keeping their mitzvahs which they received from Hashem. So there was this kitrug. So Hashem chose to put in the possession of Dama ben Isina a para aduma. And just the next year, we saw how far the Yidden are willing to go and how much they are willing to pay just to be Mekayim a mitzvah which they do not even have an understanding for. And after that, the Kitrug was removed. The dedication of the Yidden to Torah mitzvahs was proven. I feel that if we need to prove our dedication to Torah mitzvahs to take us out of our galus, we have it right over here on stage and in this auditorium. Just look around this auditorium. Every single Chidon contestant that you see represents hours and hours of dedication to studying the Yahadus curriculum. They gave up recesses and evenings. They spent their early mornings and Shabbos afternoons studying and mastering the 613 mitzvahs. King's Auditorium here today is like the Para Aduma, which was purchased from Dama ben Isina. It is a testament to our dedication and devotion and our love for the 613 mitzvahs of Hashem. May this tremendous chus be what takes us out of this galus to the era when we will be able to be Mekayim all 613 mitzvahs with the coming of Mashiach. And for this amazing Chidai Mitzvahs program, we first and foremost owe a huge thank you to Tzivais Hashem. The list would be too long, but we owe a tremendous Yasher Kayach and thank you to all those who work at Chayalei Tzivais Hashem and Chidon International Headquarters. And last but not least, talking about dedication, to the ones who are most dedicated of all, whose vision made this happen, to Rabbi Shimi and Mrs. Zelda Weinbaum. And now, please pay your attention to the screens for a special tribute video.
At this time, we pay tribute to our Chidon judges. Harav Eliezer ben Harav Mordechai Olav Shalom Wenger and Harav Yitzchak ben Harav Eliezer Tzvi Zev Olav Shalom Zirkin. Words cannot describe their dedication to the Chidon. Their goal was simple, to get children to kachzich in the Limud HaTorah with Yegiya Atzuma, and that's precisely what they accomplished. We are sure they are with us today, and they're shipping lots of nachas from on high. Today, we are lucky to have Rabbi Zirkin's children, Rabbi Yosef and Levi Zirkin, Yabora L'chaim Tovim Aruchim, who have continued their legacy and dedicated countless hours making the Chidon a reality. We must also thank judges Rabbi Zalman Glick and Rabbi Shalom Lane for the countless hours they put into producing the amazing Ya'adus curriculum.
Ladies and girls, please welcome Rabbi Lustig back to the stage for round number 2.
Thank you, Chani. And we are ready, and I'd like to welcome everybody to round 2 of the Chidon Mitzvahs Championship, Tafshin Ayin Ches. Let's welcome on our right, Team Pirush HaMishnayos with 2,192 points, and Team Igeres HaRambam with 2,086 points. Team Shailoi Suchuvais with 2,276 points. And finally to our left, Team Moire Nevuchim with 2,249 points. Round 2 features the second set of our 4 teams out of 8 teams in this game show. At the end of round 2, I will announce which 2 teams combined from round 1 and 2 together came in with the highest score, and they will return to the stage for round 3 for the final showdown, which will determine the winners of this year's Chidon Mitzvahs. Round 2 will be identical to round 1. I will ask a question to 1 grade at a time, moving our way up the stage from 4th grade through 8th grade, starting with the buzzer question, so get ready to hit your buzzers. And then we will move on to our open-ended bonus round. 4th graders of Pirush Mishnayos, are you ready? Igeres HaRambam, are you ready? Shail Shechuvos, Moira Nevuchim, Judges, the buzzer reset. We're ready for round 2, and our first question goes to the 4th graders. Name at least 5 mitzvahs loisasei about magic or telling the future. And the question goes to team Shailes Uchuvais.
Do not be a Ive.
Not to do Maisa Oiv is one type of magic, that's 1.
Yedini.
Maisa Yadaini is a second type of magic, is 2.
Kaisem.
Not Shaloi Liksoim, not to make a sign, is 3.
Mechashiv.
Mechashiv, not to do witchcraft, is 4.
Menachesh.
Menachesh, it's another type of sign. You named 5 of the mitzvahs about telling the future or magic, plus 100 points to team Shailes Tuchuvais. And our next question, we move up the stage to our 5th graders. And your question is as follows. It's also on the screen. To which mitzvah do all of these apply? Rosh Chodesh Adar, 15th of Adar, and 25th of Adar. And the question goes to Shailes Tuchuvais.
Machzis HaShekel.
Mitzvahs Nesinas Machzis HaShekel. That is correct. You earned your points, but tell us why.
Rosh Chodesh Adar because they like told everybody to prepare.
They sent out shluchim to remind everybody
Yeah.
for the Machzis HaShekel. What happened on the 15th?
Tesvav Adar, the
Money changers?
The money changers sat in every city and
That's
collected.
correct. And what happened on the 25th of Adar?
Chafei Adar, the money changers sat in this the base of Mikdash.
That is correct. Plus 150 points for Team Shailes Uchuvais. And our next question goes to the 6th grader here on the 3rd row who studied Yehada's book number 3. And the question is, there are 6 mitzvahs loisasei connected to Meiser Sheni. What are they? 15-second clock. Oh, here we go. Team Shailes Tuchuvais. 6 mitzvahs loisasei. Go. You have 40 seconds.
Don't eat Meiser Sheni of wine outside of Yerushalayim.
That's 1.
Don't eat Meiser Sheni of oil outside of
That's 2.
Yerushalayim. Don't eat Meiser Sheni of grain outside of Yerushalayim.
That's 3.
Don't exchange Meiser Sheni for anything other than food or drink.
That's 4.
Don't eat Meiser Sheni if you're a tummy.
That's 5.
Don't eat Meiser Sheni if the Meiser Sheni.
6 seconds left.
If the food is
Sorry to do this. The timer ran out, and that 6th mitzvah would have been don't eat Meiser Sheni when you are an Einin. So you named 5 of them. Let's give them a round of applause for Team Shailes Uchuvais, but we need to deduct 100 points. And our next question. Unbelievable though. You're under a lot of pressure, just 2 girls on the team, and that was a hard question because you needed to get 6 out of 6 for that one. The judges gave you a hard one. 7th graders, here is your question from book 4, from Avodas Zrayim, Karbanos, and Tahara. Which does not belong? Following 4 mitzvahs I'm going to list. Mitzvahs Inyan Tumas Saras, Shaloi Legaleach Sar Hanesek, Shaloi Litleish Simonei Saras, Mitzvahs Tiglachas Mitzaira B'Yom HaShvi. Which one does not belong in this group? And the buzzer was pressed by Team Igeretz Harambam. 40 seconds left.
Mitzvahs Tiglachas Mitzara B'Yom HaShvi.
Why do you say so?
Because it's to shave it off, and other ones are not to shave it off, to not to remove the nesek, and that's our also mitzvah.
We need a little more of an explanation. They're all about Mitzaira. Not accepted. We need a little more of an explanation, whichever one you choose, why it doesn't belong in this group. There's actually 2 possible answers.
I think
Mitzvahs Inyan Tumas Saras.
Okay, the 45-second timer ran out. I'm sorry, we need to deduct 100 points from Igeretz Harambam. The mitzvah you chose would have been correct had you explained that the other 3 mitzvahs are loisasei, about the tumah process of a mitzvah. A mitzvah tiglachas and mitzvah b'yom hashvi is the only mitzvah in that group that has to do with the purification process. So we move on to our last buzzer question for this year's Chidon to the 8th graders sitting in the 5th row, Yahada's book number 5, the Svarim of Kinyan, Mishpatim, and Shaftim. And your question is, two-part question, so you have to answer both parts. How many mitzvahs are learned from the following pasuk, and what are they? Loisia achrei rabim l'ra'is v'loisana al rivlintais achrei rabim lahatais, and the buzzer was pressed by team Moira Nevuchim. 40 seconds left.
So, Lycia Achar Rabbi Lerais is don't follow the majority of only one in a capital punishment.
That's correct.
Velai Sada Alrif the Tais. Wait, no, so the last part is so I have a chayva, and Achar Rabbi Lahatais is follow the majority in ruling, yeah.
Okay, I heard Achrei Rabim Lahatais. I heard the first one. You said something about the middle one, but I didn't hear it. I'll give you 10 seconds from now because you said something.
Not to change your opinion to give.
That is correct. That is correct. So there's 3 mitzvahs. By the way, I want everybody to understand, the book doesn't say that we learn 3 mitzvahs out of these psukim. They're not even in the same unit. It's spread out. But these girls had to master the book that well that when we put this pasuk on the board, they had to Google through their sefer and come up with the 3 mitzvahs that we learn out of that same very pasuk, that in a capital case, you do not follow a majority of just one, and after a judge rules innocent, he should not change his verdict to guilty, and the mitzvah say of following the majority. And now we are ready for the bonus round of round 2 for this year's Chidon, where each question is going to be worth 150 points. Please raise your hand if your team has somebody ready with a pen to write. So you know I'm going to ask the first question to the 4th grade, move our way up the stage. And as you hear your question, because each grade gets their own, you could immediately start writing. And the open-ended bonus questions are as follows. 4th graders, list all the mitzvahs that apply to men. It has to say men in the icon. If it says a kayin, he might be a man, don't count it. 5th graders, list all the mitzvahs Leisa say in your book. 6th graders, list all the mitzvahs that apply only in Eretz Yisrael. It's an icon question. Has to say Eretz Yisrael in the icon. 7th graders, list all the mitzvahs that have details connected to the number 7. 7th grade, details connected to the number 7 in your book. And 8th graders, list all the mitzvahs that apply to Bezdin or Sanhedrin, mitzvahs asay or lois asay, but it must say Bezdin or Sanhedrin in the details. 60-second clock could go on. – 25 seconds left. Three seconds left. 2, 1. Drop your pens, please. Thank you very much. Please put them away. And now we begin collecting our answers. Myra Nevuchim, how many? 6.5. Shiloh Suchovis, how many? 6. Igeris Rambam, how many? 8. Pirush Mishnayos? 8. Okay, we might have a tie, we might not. We'll start with Igeris Rambam. What are the 8 that you came up with that apply only to men from book 1, Madan Ahava? Tzitzis, that's 1. A man should burn down the Aaron Itachas is a mitzvah on men, is 2.
Shema.
Mitzvah's Kriya Shema is 3. Is it on the paper? Okay, you have davening and Shema. It's 2 separate mitzvahs, Tefillah and Kriya Shema. We're holding 4. You're nidachas, tzitzis, tefillah, kriya shema. 4.
Writing a Sefer Torah.
Writing a Sefer Torah on every yid applies to men is 5.
Learning and teaching Torah.
Hold on. Learning Torah is 6. Hold on. Tefillah is everybody? Sorry, tefillah is on everybody, so we got to take that off.
Shema.
Shema we said already. Let's see the paper. So we had over here. Tzitzis is 1. Tefillin, hold on, let's do this again. Tzitzis will count. Your nidachas will count. Davening will not. Torah will count as 3. You wrote Torah twice, so that's only 1 time. Oh, to write a Torah, so that's 4. Shema is 5. Tefillin is 6, but they only wrote 1 of the tefillin, so it only counts as 1, even though there's 2. Bris Milah is 7. They said they have 8, so let's hold on. Pirush Mishnayos, what are your 8? And please point.
Tefillin shel Rosh.
That's 1.
Tefillin shel Yad.
That's 2.
To write a Sefer Torah.
3.
Shema.
4.
Bris.
5.
Not wearing a woman's garment.
That's 6.
Tzitzis.
Does it say it there? Yeah. 7.
Teaching Torah.
8 plus 150 points for Team Pirush HaMishnayos. Unbelievable. 8 mitzvahs in 60 seconds from the 4th graders. And to the 5th graders, your question was about the mitzvahs loisasei in your book, which was Zmanim, Nashim, Kedusha, and Afla. There's many mitzvahs loisasei over there. How many did you come up with, Meir Nevuchim? 12. Shiloh Chuves, how many?
12.
12.
8.5.
Igaris Rambam?
8.5.
8.5. Pirush Mishnayos? 11.5. We might have a 3-way tie if your half counts and they both really have 12. Let's start with Shiloh Chuves. What are your 12 mitzvahs loisasei from your book?
Tzchem Shabbos.
Hold on. We're starting with Shiloh Chuves. Thank you. Go again.
Tzchem Shabbos.
Tchum Shabbos is 1.
Not to punish on Shabbos.
Is 2.
Not to do malacha on Shabbos.
Is 3.
A Nazir can't eat grapes.
4.
A Nazir can't eat the skin of grapes.
5.
A Nazir can't go under the roof of a dead body.
6.
We can't eat chaylev.
7.
Can't eat gedanasha.
Gidanasha 8.
Can't eat eva min hachai.
9.
You can't cook basar b'chalav.
10.
You can't eat basar b'chalav.
11.
And a Yavama can't marry a Yavam until they do chalitza.
Say again. A Yavam.
Can't marry a Yavam before the Yavama can't marry the Yavam before they did chalitza.
A Yavama can't marry a Yavam before they did
I mean,
chalitza.
sorry. The Yavama can't marry anyone else until.
That is correct. The Yavama cannot marry anyone else. You got 12. You for sure had the most. So let's give 150 points to Team Shiloh Chuves. Meir Nevuchim, you said you also had 12. Let's hear your list.
Not to eat chametz on Pesach.
Not to eat chametz on Pesach is 1.
Not to see chametz on Pesach.
2. Ba'yirah.
Not to eat chametz after chatzais.
Hold on. Is that a mitzvah loisasei? Yeah. So what we're holding? 3.
A Nazir can't eat grapes.
4.
A Nazir can't eat raisins.
5.
A Nazir can't eat grape seeds.
6.
A Nazir can't eat the skin of grapes.
7.
You can't eat chaylev.
8.
You can't eat gedanasha.
9.
You can't work on Shabbos.
10.
You can't work on the first day of Pesach.
11.
You can't go out of the tchum of Shabbos.
That is correct. You also got 12 plus 150 points for Team Meir Nevuchim. Who said they had 11.5? Let's go to your half first. What does it say on your paper and what's the mitzvah? Can I see what it says, please? Not to work on the last day. Okay, that's way more than half. That's going to count. That's going to count. So you have, let's start from 1 though. Let's go from the beginning.
Not to go out of the tchum.
Not to go out of the tchum is 1.
Not to punish on Shabbos.
2.
Not to work on Shabbos.
3.
You shouldn't work on the first day of Pesach.
4.
You shouldn't work on the 7th day of Pesach.
5.
You shouldn't work on Shavuos.
6.
You shouldn't eat Aver Menachai.
7.
You shouldn't eat Chaylev.
8.
You shouldn't eat Gedanasha.
9.
You shouldn't eat Arla.
Arla, 10. Hold on, is Arla in your book?
Yeah.
Okay, 10.
You shouldn't eat Tevel.
Shouldn't eat tevel. 11. And then that last one is not to work on the last day of? Sukkot was the one word missing. That's fine. You also got 12 plus 150 points for team Pirush HaMishnayos. Let's move up our stage to the 6th graders who learned Yehada's book number 3 of Vaida and Zrayim. Pirush HaMishnayos, how many? 7. Igaris Rambam, how many? 18? 18. Wow. All right, Shiloh Chuchubes, how many? 12. Meir Nevuchim, how many? 4. I think we're going to go with 18. Okay. Please look in the paper. Point. Your mic doesn't work. Let's try again. Try again.
Meister Shani.
Hold on. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of the question. 6th grade, judges, you're on this one. Only the mitzvahs that apply in Eretz Yisrael. Meister Shani, 1.
Netaravai.
2.
Bikorim.
3.
Yaivo.
4.
Shemitah.
5.
Meister Rani.
6.
Trumas Meister.
7.
Truma.
8.
Sanctifying Yaivo.
9.
Hilaim of the ground.
Say again.
Hilaim of the ground.
Kilayim of the ground. Oh, that half a mitzvah is only in Eretz Yisrael of that one. Judges, who count it?
But I think it's Midrabanan.
Kilayim of the ground. Your mic doesn't work? Just give me which way. Not counting. What were we holding? 8? That was the 10th. We're not counting it, so we had 9. All right, from 11 and on is really 10 and on, okay?
Hilaim of grapes.
Kilayim of grapes, that's only in Eretz Yisrael. That's 10.
Heret.
Say again, I can't hear.
Oh, Leket.
Leket is 11.
Shechicha.
Shikha, 12.
Peah.
Peah, 13.
Eilelais.
Oilelais, 14.
Heret.
Peret, 15.
We're the big day kahuna. Isn't that only in our
To wear the big day kahuna. Does it say Eretz Yisrael on the icon, or it says in the base of Mikdash? It doesn't matter, because they have way ahead of anybody else. So if they got 16, they're still the winners. So we have a winner plus 150 points for team Igeret Harambam. Unbelievable job to write down 18 mitzvahs in 60 seconds, and I'm sure you had great teamwork over there. And we're on our 4th row now for Yehada's book number 4 from the 7th graders. Your question was, this is a harder one, all the details that are connected to the number 7. If a mitzvah has details that are connected to the number 7, all right, who has the most? How many do you have? 7. And you? 6. Shalos Chuvas has 6. And Yigaris Rambam? 7.
9.5.
9.5. How many did you say?
7.
So we're going to go with 9.5. Pirush HaMishnayos, what are your 9.5 mitzvahs that have details connected to the number 7? Judges, are you ready? Here we go. Can we?
The Musaf of Rosh Chodesh, because you bring 7 lambs.
7 of the same type of animal. That's correct. That's 1.
Also the Musaf of Yom Kippur, you bring 7
Same
lambs.
thing. That's 2.
And Rosh Hashanah.
It's 3.
And Shmini Atzeres.
4.
And Shavuos.
5.
And purifying the Matzera in like
7 days. That's 6.
And Yeladas has to go to the mikvah on the 7th day after giving birth to a boy.
That's 7.
And the Thomas Mace, like,
Thomas Mace is also
Is-
7 days. That's 8.
and Paraduma, like the spring, like you have to like sprinkle
On the
on
7th day, spray again is 9.
then
What's
we
your
have-
half?
Our half is like we wrote Yom Kippur. We went to Yom Kippur Vaida.
Well, what about 7? What does 7 have to do? The Kohen Gadol prepares for 7 days. That's correct. 9 mitzvahs in 60 seconds plus 150 points for team Pirush HaMishnayos. And for our final question from round 2, it was to the 8th graders, and it was open-ended to tell us all the mitzvahs that apply in the icon to Bezdin or Sanhedrin. Meir Nevuchim, how many? Just say loud. 9. Shilos Uchuvais. Just 6.5. 9 and 6.5. Yigaris Rambam. It's on your paper.
You have like 6.
6. Pirush Mishnayos.
9 and 1 word.
9 and 1 word, and you had 9.5? Okay, let's go. We're going to go with Meir Nevuchim first. Mitzvahs that apply to Bezdin or Sanhedrin. Give us your list.
Okay. Don't follow the majority of one.
Let me come
in a
closer.
capital
One
case.
second. Start again.
Don't follow the majority of one in a capital case.
Hold on 1 second. Yaeli, I don't hear the sound over here on stage anymore. Go again.
Don't favor a poor person.
What was the first one? I couldn't hear.
Oh, don't follow the majority of one in a capital case. It has to be at least a majority of 2 to convict someone in a capital case.
Go say it much louder and speak clearer, please. Okay, go.
Don't follow the majority of one in a capital case.
Don't follow?
The majority.
Okay, that's 1. Sorry, that's 1.
Don't favor a poor person.
What?
Don't favor a poor person.
That's 2.
Don't favor a widow or a ger.
That's 3.
Don't favor a great man.
That's 4.
Don't favor a sinner.
Don't favor a sinner?
Don't be scared of a sinner. It says don't
be
fear.
scared of
it
him?
says don't fear.
That's not the mitzvah.
Don't be intimidated.
No, the mitzvah is not to dafka make him chayiv. It's not about not favoring him. You have mics? Either way, whatever you say goes. You're the judges. It's good. It counts. My bad.
Don't favor an evil person. Don't fear. It says fear.
Don't fear an intimidating person. What
Yeah.
number is that?
That's 6.
Okay, so that's 6. Go ahead. Thank you for helping me.
Don't appoint someone as a judge who isn't knowledgeable in Torah.
That's a mitzvah on all the Yidden. Is that a mitzvah on all the Yidden or it's on Sanhedrin? It counts. I think it should count. We get a mic for the judge, please.
If she could please go back, I think that she said 2 mitzvahs were the same.
Say again.
If she could please go back, I think she said 2 mitzvahs that were the same.
You said 2 mitzvahs that were the same. Don't favor a sinner.
Poor in mitzvahs. It's like.
Can we give the mic to you? Can we give the mic to someone else? Okay, go over. We're starting all over. Let's start from line 1. Loud and clear into the mic, please.
Don't follow the majority of one
Hold
person.
on. In the crowd, if you could please hold on. It's the last question. We're about to move on to some more fun.
Don't follow the majority of one person in a capital case.
That's very clear and loud. Thank you. That's 1.
Don't favor a poor person in court.
2.
Don't favor a widow or a ger.
3.
Don't favor a great man.
Don't favor a great man. Judges? What's the mitzvah?
Because of it, like, you don't want to
Gadol Badin. Okay. So what number is that?
Number
4. Go to 5.
Don't go against a sinner.
6. Hold on.
Don't-
Hold on.
Don't go against the sinner is not a mitzvah.
No such mitzvah, the judge says. That's not a sinner. That's not a sinner. Evian's not a sinner. Right, but which one did you write?
Rabbi Lustig, I'm sorry, we will count that.
What?
Yes, we will count that.
You will? Okay, what's our number?
Don't fear an evil person in court.
6.
Don't appoint someone who's not knowledgeable in Torah as a judge.
7.
Don't change your opinion in a capital case from guilty to
8.
and follow the majority in a capital case.
The mitzvah to say. That's 9. Wow, thank you. That was hard. All right, someone else said they had 9, right? Yeah. So either way, let's please give 150 points to team Meira Nevuchim.
Sorry for my handwriting being so hard. My hands are sweating.
Pirush Mishnayos, you had 8.5?
9.5.
9.5? Oh, okay. So if they have 9.5 and we count the half, we actually got to go back to where you were holding. My bad. All right. Pirush Mishnayos.
Don't have pity on poor.
That's 1.
Follow the majority.
2.
Judge between a buyer and a seller.
3.
Don't judge with one witness.
4.
Relatives can't testify.
5.
Judge fairly.
6.
Don't be intimidated by men of stature.
7.
Don't pity orphans.
8,
Don't take bribes.
9.
And the half was Rishayim, for Rishayim can't testify.
And what did you write?
Rishayim.
They wrote Rishayim. The Rishayim can't be an 8. Judges, you decide.
Either we get it, but it's...
One word they wrote. Not enough. It will not count. Either way, we have a tie. Pirish and Mishnayos also got 9 mitzvahs. Meir and Nevuchim, you keep your points. And Pirish and Mishnayos gets 150 points. Let's give a round of applause to all 4 teams here on stage. We have Team Pirish and Mishnayos with 2,792 points. Igeris Arambam with 2,136 points. Shailei Suchoves with 2,526 points. Meir and Nevuchim with 2,649 points. That concludes round 2 of our Chidon Mitzvahs Championship. And from the 8 teams, the 2 teams that will return in round 3 for our final showdown are the 2 teams with the most points. And they are none other than, from round 1, Team Shleisha Prakim with 2,917 points. And from round 2, Team Pirish HaMishnayos with 2,792 points. We will see you back here for the final showdown in round 3. And let's welcome back Chani Malaki and Eli Marcus.
אני מאמין באמונה שלמה, במי עשה משיח, אני want Mashiach, we want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach, we want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach, Mashiach now. We want Mashiach, we want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach, we want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach, oh we want Mashiach now.
Thank you very much, Chani and Eli Marcus, for the beautiful nigunim. We are now ready to move on to the final part of the game show, to round 3. And following this round, we will move on to the award ceremony. So at this point, I'd like to welcome everybody to round 3, the final showdown between the teams of Pirush and Mishnayos with 2,792 points and Team Shleisha Prakim with 2,917 points. Round 3 will be a little different, so listen up. We're going to ask one open-ended question to all the grades. The same question will apply to all grades. And all the grades and both teams need to write down as many mitzvahs as they can think of that fit that category in 60 seconds. And then we will collect the mitzvahs from both teams. We will start counting and make our way up the stage. And the team that collectively, accumulatively, has the most mitzvahs, they win this round and they earn 250 points, which means they will be the winners of the Chidon Mitzvahs Game Show Championship. It's going to be either Pirush and Mishnayos or Shleisha Prakim. The team that wins later on this afternoon at the banquet for all the Chidon contestants and representatives. Every team has reps up here and contestants in the crowd. Whichever team wins, every single girl on that team is going to receive a beautiful picture of the Rebbe on a plaque with Chidon Mitzvahs Tafshin Ayin Ches logo on it. Someone's getting this later today, Mirza Hashem. And our final open-ended question goes to all of you in all grades, both teams. And here we go, and then we need a 60-second clock. Listen to the whole question. Name all the mitzvahs that apply in all places and at all times. It has to be both. Any mitzvah that applies in all places and all times. It could be different people, different punishments. All places, all times. Twenty seconds remain. Four, three, two, one. Please drop your pens immediately. Thank you. Perfect. And let's start collecting our answers. You don't have to tell us a number. Pirush and Mishnayos. Please start listing all your mitzvahs that apply in all places at all times.
Emunas Hashem.
4th grade. Go.
Emunas Hashem.
Emunas Hashem. That's 1.
Ahavas Hashem.
That's 2.
Yiras Hashem.
3.
Tzitzis.
4.
Tefillin Shel Yad.
Tefillin Shel Yad. 5.
To make a bris milah.
6.
Kiddush Hashem.
7.
Chilel Hashem.
Which one? To love Hashem?
No, to make a Chilel Hashem.
Chil Hashem. Not to make a Chil Hashem. 8.
Tefillin Shel Rice.
9.
Mezuzah.
Mezuzah. 10.
To write a Sefer Torah.
11. The one for all you didn't
Chacham.
applies.
Taichacha.
12.
Shema.
Plus 1, 13.
And,
Says clothing?
yeah.
Says just clothing. Count it or not?
It's a half one.
It's a half.
We didn't get to finish it.
We're not going to count it. You did a fantastic job, fourth graders. You brought your team to 13 mitzvahs already. You really gave your team a head start. Okay, let's move on. Shleisha Prakim, read us your list. We need a mic. Avos Hashem is 1.
Yiras Hashem.
2.
Believing the oneness of Hashem.
3.
Believing that there is a Hashem.
Believing that there is a Hashem. And believing in the oneness of Hashem. And Liyachadai. Okay, so 4.
Kiddush Hashem.
5.
Michal Hashem.
6.
That's it.
You done?
Oh, Embrace.
And bris. It says it there?
Yeah.
7. Are you done?
Yeah.
All right, you brought your team to 7. So far, the score is Pirush Mishnayos to Shleisha Prakim, 13 to 7. Shleisha Prakim, 5th grade. You go first.
Eating matzah.
Eating matzah is 1. Oh, sorry, we're going to go to 8 now. 8.
Not punishing on Shabbos.
Not punishing on Shabbos is 9.
Resting on Shabbos.
10.
Not going out of the Techem Shabbos.
Not going out of the Tchum is 11.
Kiddush on Avdallah.
Kiddush Shabbos B'Dvarim is 12.
Not eating chaylev.
Not eating chaylev is 13.
Not to eat chametz on Pesach.
14. You brought your team up to 14. Shleisha Prakim has 14 mitzvahs so far. Pirush Mishnayos, currently you have 13. Let's see what the 5th grade gives us.
Shvisa v'Shabbos.
That's 1. That's 14 for your team now. 14.
Don't work on Shabbos.
15.
Aver Menachai.
16.
Tevel.
17.
Arla.
18. What does it say in the paper?
Chadash.
Chadash, 19.
Don't punish on Shabbos.
Did we say that? That was the other team. 20. Are you done? Continue, please.
Tchum Shabbos.
21, Tchum Shabbos.
Not to eat basar v'chalav.
22. Not to eat basar v'chalav. Continue the list, please. If it's on paper, you got to read it.
Okay, not to cook basar v'chalav.
Not to cook basar v'chalav is 22.
Fast on Yom Kippur.
To fast on Yom Kippur is 23.
Rest Yom Kippur.
To rest on Yom Kippur is 24. That won't count. So you have 24 mitzvahs in total. The current score is 24 to 14. Pirush Mishnayos and Shleisha Prakim. Let's move on with our 6th graders in Pirush Mishnayos. How many are you going to give us?
4.
4.
Okay, not to benefit from Kili HaKerem.
Not to benefit from Kili HaKerem is 25 for this team.
Pidyon Haben.
Hold on, judges want to pause. It should be 25 before. Kili HaKerem, the first one now is 26. All right, judges rule. So we're holding 26 with Kili HaKerem. Start with your second mitzvah, please.
Pidyon Haben.
Pidyon Haben is going to be 27.
Not to, what? Oh, kill the Peter Chamar.
Kill the Peter Chamar if you don't redeem it. 28.
Redeem the Peter Chamar.
Redeem the Peter Chamar is 29. You're done. So you gave us 5 mitzvahs. You said you were going to give me 4. Oh, because I had the wrong math before. Okay. 29 in total. Score is 29 to 14, but we're holding the 6th graders now in Team Shleisha Prakim. How many mitzvahs are you going to give us? 5 more? Okay.
Don't eat Kili HaKerem.
That's 15 for your team.
Don't graft trees. Staka.
Don't graft trees is 16. Shalei Narki Elon 16. Staka 17. We're holding 17.
Don't ignore tzedakah.
Not to withhold from giving tzedakah is 18.
Pidyon Ben.
Pidyon Ben is 19. You bring your team to 19, and the score is 29 to 19. Shloisha Prakim Layayim, 7th grade. How many are you going to give us?
13.
13. Wow, you could come out ahead now. Let's see. Let's hear. Please speak very loud and clear into the mic. Thank you.
Do not steal.
I don't hear you.
Do not steal.
Do not steal. 20.
Do not rob.
Do not rob. Shloi Ligzel, 21.
Return what you robbed.
Lahashiv Esagzela, 22.
Shavas Aveda.
23.
Do not put a stumbling block in someone in front. Do not put a mechshel.
Shloi Lifnei Iver Leisitin Michshels, 24 we're holding now.
Unload a fallen burden.
Prika, the mitzvah of Prika,
Yeah.
25.
And reload it.
Reloaded, Te'ina, 26.
Do not abandon a fallen load.
Do not abandon
A fallen load.
a falling load, 27.
Do not ignore something that's lost.
Okay, Shalei Salim, 28.
Do not kill.
Do not kill, 29.
Save a victim.
Save Lahatzi Lasanirdof is 30.
Do not have pity on a murderer.
Do not have pity on the murderers, 31.
And what's this one?
Not to stand idly by when you could help, when you could save someone.
One more time.
Do not stand idly by when you could save someone.
I couldn't hear, but if you counted. It's good? 32 mitzvahs for Team Shleisha Prakim. Wow, so it's a really tight competition. And this is the final showdown in round 3. 29 for Pirush Mishnayos, 32 for Shleisha Prakim, 7th graders in Pirush Mishnayos. How many are you going to give us? 10. Okay, loud and clear into the mic. Let's hear your 10. Mike.
Count the Eimer.
Count the Eimer is 30.
Save the Nerdov.
31.
Don't have pity on the right, Dave.
Don't have pity on the right, Dave, is 32.
Don't rob.
Don't rob is 33.
Don't steal.
34.
Return what you robbed.
35.
Don't murder.
36.
Don't be jealous.
37.
Don't kavat.
Don't?
Kavat.
That's the other one. Shlei Lachman and Shlei Lisavis. All right, 38.
And don't kidnap.
Don't kidnap is 39. You bring your team to 39 points. So the competition is 39 to 32. And 8th graders, we do this every year to you. All the pressure is on you. This will determine who wins. Shleisha Prakim, how many do you plan on giving us? 9. And you'll bring your team to 41. And Pirush Mishnayos, how many do you plan on giving us?
8.
8. And you'll bring your team to 47. Let's start with Shleisha Prakim. What are your 9?
Keep an Evet Kanani forever.
Keep an Evet Knani forever is 33 for your team.
Basin should judge disputed purchases.
Bezdin should judge, that's 34.
Don't muzzle a working animal.
35.
Don't lend with ribis.
Don't, one more time.
Don't lend with ribis to another Jew.
Don't lend with ribis.
Don't borrow with ribis.
37, hold on, slow down. We're holding 37 now. Go.
Don't cheat a Jew.
Don't cheat another Jew, it's 38.
Don't cheat another ger.
39.
Don't verbally hurt another Jew.
40.
And don't verbally hurt a ger.
41 mitzvahs. Team Shleisha Prakim, let's give them a round of applause. In 60 seconds, they went through all 5 books and came up with 41 mitzvahs that apply to all people at all times. And now, Pirush Mishnayos, the 8th graders, let's see what you have.
Judge between a buyer and a seller.
That's going to be number 40 for you.
Judge fairly.
Judge fairly, 41.
Einas mamain for Yidden.
42.
Einas devarim for Yidden.
43, we're going to go to the end.
Einas mamin for a gar.
44.
Einas devarim for a gar.
Nas Dvarim. 45.
Lend to a guy with ribis.
36.
And
46.
Don't do ribbis.
Don't do ribbis. 47 mitzvahs for Team Pirosh HaMishnayos. Let's give them an additional 250 points to their original score. And I am so happy to announce that we have a winner for the Chidon Mitzvahs Championship. Taf Shin Ayin Ches. None other than Team Pirosh HaMishnayos. Later on at the banquet this afternoon, every single girl on Team Pirosh HaMishnayos will receive that beautiful plaque. Let's give both teams a round of applause. Teams, you can go up. Okay, everybody. Half of our event is over. That was the game show. What a game show it was. We are now ready to move on to the award ceremony, a three-part ceremony. And we are ready to begin with part one, which is called plaques. Let me explain. All 824 Chidon contestants and representatives who are here in New York at the onset of their Shabbaton on Thursday morning all took an extremely tough final on all the mitzvahs in their book. It was a 50-question final, and it was not easy, and they had to master their whole book. This is for contestants and representatives. And any girl who received over a 70 on that final on Thursday morning is going to be rewarded now in part one of our award ceremony with the plaque. Chani, take it away. Girls, come up on stage.
Mushka Heller, Anash Kinder, Menucha Kagan, Razel Rifkin, Leah Haor, Sarah Levine, Chana Simpson, Nechama Haor, Deborah Leah Weingarten, Rachel Friedlander, Beis Chaya Mushka, Iowa, Shayna Mushka Ravnoy, Sarah Herzl, Sarah Frimmerman, Mushka Frimmerman, Musya Kornfeld, Leva Teitelbaum, Chaya Mushka Friedman, Esther Fischer, Chaya Mushka Myers, Menucha Rachel Begun, Basi Cohen, Chaya Mushka Norden, Chaya Hart, Chaya Haratz, Shayna Chava Levitansky, Shayna Fisher, Ella Musya Morris, Menucha Rachel Teitelbaum, Chana Begun, Chana Pinson, Chana Wagner, Base Chaya Mushka Toronto, Chana Wagner, Racheli Steinmetz, Rivka Brunstein, Shayna Plotkin, Talia Emmer, Mushka Gansberg, Sarah Lazelle, Shayna Berkowitz, Mayanel Tarig, Sarah Lavner, Chaya Esther Salzman, Chana Vidal, Sarah Yisraelis Chaikin, Esti Kaman, Sarah Kujik, Chaya Mushka Antebi, Chaya Le Glasner, Musli Shore, Chaya Esther Hildesheim, Rosie Heft, Esther Batia Lazelle, Miriam Sazims, Menucha Forer, Adassa Altine, Chana Miriam Mermelstein, Rashi Rubashkin, Ricky Siegel, Base Chaya Mushka Crown Heights, Rashi Rubashkin, Ricky Siegel, Shterna Sarah Butnick, Shelly Lieberov, Bela Minda Vale, Shayna Lieberov, Chana Avichser, Esther Freda Halevi, Deborah Leah Alperovich, Deborah Leah Popper, Shayna Chava Perlo, Mushka Chanin, Mushka Alperovich, Deborah Leah Lieberov, Chaya Mushka Bitterman, Deborah Leah Halberstadt, Base Rivka, Crown Heights, Yehuda Sveldman, Mushki Duchman, Chaya Mushka Charitan, Shayna Rendler, Fruma Riva Tarshish, Rachel Dubrowski, Sheila Paltiel, Becky Zellemeyer, Yocheved Brook, Raina Sudak, Shayna Dershowitz, Leah Prus, Hadassah Gorelik, Shterna Sarah Munich, Miriel Schifrin, Chana Teichman, Zoshi Gorelik, Esther Binyaminson, Chaya Mushka Lerner, Razel Shapiro, Chaya Paris, Rivka Weissfish, Ricky Broad, Chaya Mushka Altine, Chava Risa Kahanov, Bailey Raitport, Nechama Divna Rottenberg, Freda Nemanov, Esther Bela Dubrowski, Chayla Spalter, Esti Lepkovsky, Mushka Greisman, Shayna Steinmetz, Musia Shifrin, Leah Margolin, Shashi Wertheimer, Tana Hershkop, Yocheved Wilhelm, Sivia Weinbaum, Sarah Larodel, Rachi Schmerling, Menucha Liberov, Leah Aftzen, Connie Kaczynski, Mushki Steinmetz, Rosie Belenitsky, Henshi Bronstein, Gitti Lishner, Sivi Weisfish, Chava Notik, Tzipora Leah Reichman, Etta Esther Teitelbaum, Base Rivka Montreal, Chava Notik, Tzipora Leah Reichman, Etta Esther Teitelbaum, Razel Nelken, Zelda Wenger, Adel Borken, Chaya Mushka Pinto, Necha Esther Kramer, Chaya Simon, Sarah Cohen, Alta Rachel Gnevich, Sarah Chana Cohen, Rachel Wagner, Chaya Mushka Smetana, Rivki Hershkop, Chana Esther Schwartz, Devorah Slavin, Benoist Menachem Crown Heights, Basia Vishetsky, Sarah Najar, Mushka Hoffinger, Rachel Miriam Silverman, Ganesha Shapiro, Menucha Rachel Zellman, Menucha Laxiel, Shayna Rosenberger, Rachel Shayna Dijian, Chava Hurwitz, Kaya Mushka Spivak, Marlea Mandel, Rachel Gansberg, Rachama Simons, Shifra Blooming, Sherna Schmuckler, Kaya Mushka Shapiro, Sivia Glick, Kaya LeWolf, Ita Lepkovsky, Kaya Mushka Shapiro, Shalva Miria Rosenberg, Chava Diskin, Kaya Mushka Miller, Kaya Mushka Bigler, Liba Elka Silver, Minnie Reinitz, Kaya Rosa Reutblatt, Kaya Mushka Drizzen, Bryna Brownstein, Fruma Pevsner, Deborah Barber, Shayna Bracha Chirek, Kaya Mushka Blooming, Razel Bigler, Lumi Morozov, Hadassah Ben Shimon, Deborah Leah Schneur, Chavi Morozov, Cheder at the Oihel, Miriam Schechter, Vichna Edelkopf, Cheder Chabad Baltimore, Maryland, Chana Esther Rosenthal, Rivka Sorkin, Rachel Reza Weiner, Nachama Rachel Block, Esther Wilansky, Layla Ehrenreich, Cheder Chabad of Muncie Girls, Layla Ehrenreich, Tayamushka Gurevich, Chana Sobel, Menucha Rachel Bachman, Adel Steinmetz, Esther Simon, Cheder Chabad Philadelphia, Chana Esther Brownstein, Rishi Weber, Bagel Gurevich, Udi Lipsker, Sarah Baram, Sarah Gerber, Cheder Chabad Sydney, Australia, Brady Nachama Feldman, Chaya Mushka Bracha Levy, Cheder Lababka Chicago Girls, Mushki Binyamin, Mushki Benjamin, Musi Moskowitz, Dina Kalmanson, Kaiki Stern, Etzel Moskowitz, Musi Wolf, Musi Telden, Miriam Bracha Sheriff, Chaya Mushka Suskin, Cheder Labavich Morristown Girls, Chaya Mushka Suskin, Shandel Baumgarten, Ita Rachel Kogan, Shayna Kornfeld, Rachel Baumgarten, Mushka Rosenblum, Malka Perlo, Rosie Grossbaum, Galda Kogan, Connie Wilhelm, Rickel Hecht, Cheder Menachem, New Jersey, Musi Azimov, Cheder Chabal, Cheder Menachem Wilkes-Barre, Eliana Raymond, Nachama Miriam Perlman, Mushki Goldberg, Hebrew Academy, Margate, Florida, Minagarari, Musia Bigler, Kana Gans, Mushki Gans, Kaya Mushka Brook, Yechevet Brook, Sippa Strux, Hillel Academy, Esti Shapiro, Musi Wilshansky, Kesatura College, Sydney, Australia, Shoshana Spielman, Lubavitch Cheder Day School, Minnesota, Sarah Goldberg, Rishi Goldberg, Lubavitch Educational Center, Florida, Bela Goppin, Shoshana Rusawankin, Chana Lieberman, Naomi Estrin, Chaya Vigal Lipschitz, Ita Mochkin, Zisi Klein, Bracha Zirkin, Leah Unsdorfer, Pina Ben Ishai, Mushka Kievman, Ava Greenwald, Miriam Mann, Sarah Friedman, Chana Chanowitz, Chaya Storfer, Chaya Andruzier, Chaya Sarah Steinberg, Chani Kaplan, Aliza Biston, Sarah Razel Marlowe, Tova Harley, Sarah Andruzier, Mushka Pink, Miriam Smith, Toby Marlowe, Mushka Kaplan, Rachel Wolf, Chaya Mann, Rivka Korf, Ella Brody, Shayna Korf, Lubavitch Senior Girls London, Bracha Overlander, Chana Unick, Devorah Leah Prus, Maimonides Hebrew Day School Albany, Basi Rubin, Devorah Leah Kochman, Menachem Mendel Seattle Cheder, Sarah Elishevitz, Mai Shliach, Rivka Korer, Miriam Kaltman, Esther Miriam Stein, Mushki Galperin, Esther Rachel Weiss, Kyla Stiffelman, Seema Gordon, Chana Gottlieb, Rachel Feinland, Chaya Mushka Lipsker, Chava Sternberg, Chana Sudak, Rivka Silverstein, Rivka Fried, Leah Fisher, Rosie Bigler, Geula Green, Margalit Rifkin, for Leah Feinland, Esther Rachel Laufer, Rika Blooming, Mina Bracha Tachtel, Sarla Kievman, Chaya Chechman, Kayla Stone, Rivki Harlig, Rivka Chaim, Tani Shane, Risha Nemes, Fruma Shiner, Mushka Schmerling, Mushka Ben Shimal, Kanalev Greenberg, Sternsy Cohen, for Leah Fagelstock, Miriam Rosenblum, Esther Brown, for Leah Posner, Risha Bayarski, Basi Garelik, Chaya Yasha Laufer, Kana Greenbaum, Mushka Langsam, Rivka Shanowitz, Evie Green, Chaya Mushka Weiss, Chaya Zucker, Shayna Sarah Atal, Meryl Deitch, Chana Glassman, Ort Mimim, Buffalo, New York, Sivya Miriam Gurari, Razy Cohen, Yehudis Munitz, Basi Rivka Arkanov, Sterna Sarah Gurari, Torah Academy South Africa, Leila Davidoff, Tzivus Hashem Toronto, Adina Goldberg, Tzivus Hashem Vancouver, Miriam Fagelstock, Yeshiva School Pittsburgh Girls, Rachel Rothman, Deborah Hohen, Freda Rosenblum, Batsheva Shkady, Sterna Sarah Friedman, and Leva Davidson, and Mazel Tov to all of our winners. Would like to now introduce the leader of Chayalei Tzivus Hashem, a great man and the person who is an amazing visionary to the stage, Rabbi Shimi Weinbaum.
Wow. שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. I can't believe what's in front of me. I still remember, it's going back many years, over 20 years, when Rabbi Perlstein, Rabbi Lustig Sr., and Rabbi Rosenblum reached out to Tzivus Hashem, to Rabbi Shalom Ber Baumgarten, Rabbi Binyaminson, to ask them if they would work together with them on a Chidon Hamitzvos. It was amazing back then. And just a few years ago, when the staff insisted that we started again, we couldn't believe it that we were able to get 45 Chayalim to join. And then those 45 Chayalim, we asked them to do one thing. What was that? And the next year, we had 229. And then we asked them to bring a friend, and the next year we had 634. And then we asked them to, and last year we had 1,045 Chayalim. And then we asked them to, and this year we have 1,675 Chayalim. Come on, you all deserve a massive round of applause. I only have one question to you this year. Did you have a great time? Was this year so much better than last year? And what is the question for this year? Will you bring a? It's not a question because you're already all committed. And this year, if we had between the girls and their staff over 1,000 people, next year we will have 2,000 chayolim, girls and staff in Mirza Hashem strong in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. Chayolim, there's one person in the world that I feel so indebted to because we take on things that we have no idea how we can handle them. But there's one person in the world that we always know we can rely on, and that is the Rebbe. You got it. He always comes through. And we knew when we took on to do this event and this Chidon to grow it so much, we had no idea how we would cover it. And truthfully, we still don't. But the Rebbe always comes through. And one of his very special shluchim, who was always there for us throughout the whole year, is the vice chairman of Merkez L'Inyonei Chinuch. And I want you to stand up in your place and give a rousing round of applause to Rabbi Moshe Kurtlarski. Thank you, he deserves it. I also want to say a big thank you to the executive director of Tzivos Hashem, Rabbi Yerchmiel Benyaminson, to my partner in crime, someone who we could never do the Chidon without, Rabbi Shalom Ber Baumgarten, the other partner who made the whole Yadus curriculum possible with his partner, Rabbi Zalman Glick and Rabbi Shalom Lane. Thank you, Rabbi Ginsburg. And I have a real partner also. Someone who stays with me 24/7, who doesn't stop and works with everything we do to make this happen. I want to say a big thank you to my wife, Zelda Weinbaum. Chayalim, we are so lucky to have the best staff in Tzivos Hashem. Tzivos Hashem is made from the best staff on earth, led by the incredible Mushka Green and Chava Snyderman. Chayalim, we have so many staff, and I pray I don't miss out any. But every day I walk into the office, if it's Meryl Zirkin, Chaya Lillian, Sterner Kopp, Chaya Mushka Raskin, Naftali Rappaport, Menachem Hornbacher, the amazing judges and test writers, Rabbi Levi and Yosef Zirkin, Rabbi Mendel Nemes, Cerulli Friedman, Zalman Simon. Hey, there's so many more. There's one person who we, in Kings, I gotta tell you, there's one person who we call the king in Tzivos Hashem, Peretz Lazarov. Chayalim, there's so many more. We can't forget any of them. Our amazing designer, Chania Cohen, Rachel Korv, Emily, Rachel Katzman, and the list goes on. But there's one person who works throughout the whole year, and he's the video editor and producer for all of the Tzivos Hashem rallies. The one and only Shammai Chain. Unbelievable. Just today, over this Shabbaton, over the last few months, there's been 3 amazing people who put everything together for the Shabbaton, specially. And that was none other than Goldie Yohana, Shana Seitlin, and Rifki Itkin. I'm moving on to the Shabbaton. And there's one person who I walk into the office every day. She's right on the front desk. She's on the phone 24 hours a day, reaching out to all the base commanders. A big round of applause for Esther Zucker. Today's event was enlarged very much with great thanks to Rachi Bernstein, Sarah Cooper, Malka Eisenbach. The design of today and all the incredible lighting by Master Lighting Productions and Mendy Baron Productions. The sound today has been excellent because it was done by excellent sound, and the video wall is all from Yaeli Stern of Excellent Sound. Who could we not thank enough? Who is here by every rally with us, not in person, but we hear his voice, Chani Maleki. And the beautiful music by Eli Marcus. The incredible production of the cameras today by our one and only Jewish Films, Yankee Teitelbaum. The amazing cameraman we have with us today, Yisrael Silman. And Zalmi Tevel. And the two other amazing cameramen that are here by our event today, together with the two amazing photographers. Chayalim, you just experienced the most incredible Shabbaton with the most delicious food by Ben-Zion Turk Caterer with the help of Mendy Kolsky and Shimon Patosh. We could never have done it without Mendel Sarkin and Morty Zirkin. The most amazing logistical staff by Mrs. Devorah Leah Hirschkop. You deserve more than that. Let's hear it. Mrs. Miriam Klein, Shana Morozov, Mrs. Sarah Blau, Brady Rosenblum, Ricky Rosenblum, Sarah Lawais, Chana Volovic, Rachi Bernstein, Rabbi Yaakov Vidal, Rabbi Yossi Brisky, Rabbi Benji Stark, Rabbi Peretz Mishalov, Rabbi Sandy Wolshansky, Benny Wolf, and the staff of Beis Rivka. The most amazing head staff, Shayna Falik, Kelly Goldschmidt, Sarah Lahandel, Brian Horowitz, Chana Kanta, Mushka Kanta, Mushki Laufa, Razamont, Simi Reichik, Chaya Mushka Sputz, Chaya Leturk. This is not one of the head staff. She deserves a massive round of applause working with the directors, Goldie Valavic. They're rushing me off stage. I'm not going because I gotta thank all the runners and all the counselors. All I can say is in 2 words to all of you. The biggest thank you goes to all the Chayalim. All we can say is Lashana Haba B'Yerushalayim. A big thank you to Stephanie and Stephen from King's Auditorium.
In 1984, the Rebbe instituted a formal study schedule of Maimonides' great work, the Mishnah Torah. In this talk, marking the first completion of the study of Mishnah Torah, the Rebbe discusses Maimonides' greatness and his place in Jewish history.
Wird dort geschrieben, als mir Meshe ad Meshe von Meshe Rabbeinu ben Amram bis Meshe ben Maimon Asfardi is leikom ke Meshe. Wo das ist doch verstandig, aber ich has mir heute unter dem Tag Und sie kleiben sich zusammen, Kamo wie Kamo, und die, was haben schön gelernt und halten beim Messiah sein Heid. Und nachher die, was meise sibische Tiere, haben gelernt, Pere Kechetlayem oder Sefer Hamitzvos, oder meise sibische Tiere noch nicht angeheben, wird sicher des Chus Rambam See beistehen, als sie werden anheben unter dem Limut, wo nicht stehen auf die Schone Harboa, auf der Marse Sheni, die Adrabe, sie werden lernen, bei Jesser Seis und bei Jesser Reis, in der Nähe von Kiflayim Litushio.
Part 2 of our award ceremony for the Chidon Mitzvahs, Tafshin Ayin Ches. It will be quicker than part 1. Remember, all the contestants and representatives took a test on Thursday morning. Those who received over a 70 were already rewarded with a plaque. And now we welcome to stage all the girls who received over an 85 on that final, and they were rewarded with a plaque and the Chidon Mitzvahs Tafshin Ayin Ches medal. Welcome on stage and mazel tov to you. Chani, take it away.
Anash Kinder, Naomi Davidov, Eti Sosiver, Chana Selkovich, Chana Kagan, Chayla Spitzer, Beis Chaya Mushka Iowa, Rachela Herzl, Shalamis Levin, Rivka Beidelman, Miriam Lazarov, Mushka Zaitz, Chaya Gordon, Chaya Mushka Teleshevsky, Malka Bracha Heidingsfeld, Chana Shapiro, Shana Minavolavik, Elisheva Waxshul, Menucha Vida Pinson, Bina Myers, Nechama Shachet, Mushka Brook, Chani Mushka Garari, Mushka Newman, Beis Chaya Mushka Toronto, Mushka Darren, Menucha Rappaport, Devorah Goldstein, and Munner Forer, Eti Wilhelm, Rivka Lavi, Liba Forer, Chaya Mushka Lizelle, Dina Gittel Karl, Pearl Goldstein, Rachel Aman, Hadassah Bart Victor, Mushka Slavin, Minda Shur, Chana Rodel Karpolovsky, Razel Wilhelm, Chaya Mushka Altein, Beis Chaya Mushka Crown Heights, Chaya Mushka Brachstadt, Ayela Tashacha Shemesh, Estechana Rachel Paris, Musia Chaskin, Shterna Sarah Rappaport, Chedva Shemesh, Sarah Rachel Herzl, Chaya Mushka Avixar, Beis Rivka Crown Heights, Shana Freda Shashan, Tanya Hildesheim, Sima Esther Yarmush, Esther Alparovich, Chaya Mushka Tevel, Sharna Turk, Yehudis Perlstein, Shanel Steigman, Chana Gila Lapidus, Liva Balkany, Mushka Yarmush, Yetta Cohen, Bracha Zelda Zellmeyer, Etel Kaczynski, Tamar Maatuf, Shaynak Sorkin, Chaya Maatuf, Shterna Gorelik, Riva Skabla, Miral Brook, Yafa Lebovich, Chaya Mushka Levine, Chaya Mushka Tzvasman, Goldie Shemtov, Freda Weissfish, Rivka Belinitsky, Shoshana Borisut, Beis Rivka Montreal, Brina Broad, Rivka Kreisman, Nechama Lisan, Tvaralea Garari, Esther Shana Dahan, Mushka Hershkop, Seitza Shor, Rivka Lisan, Bella Led, Necha Bracha Charitan, Chaya Mushka Minkowitz, Chaya Mushka Cohen, Chaya Mushka Plotkin, Benais Menachem Crown Heights, Yehudis Marazov, Chaiki Brisky, Batya Malamud, Chana Razel Fox, Chana Yarmush, Sivi Rappaport, Mushka Yarmush, Shana Hendel, Yehudis Heller, Sivia Ostava, Shana Drizzen, Leah Brennanson, Mushka Webb, Chami Hafter, Chayla Shway, Chabad Youth Girls, Melbourne, Australia, Chaya Mushka Kiedman, Chasidus Covet New Haven, Leva Vale, Cheder at the Oil, Mushka Lieberman, Cheder Chabad Baltimore, Maryland, Mushka Zirkin, Sharna Lebkovsky, Cheder Chabad of Muncie Girls, Sarah Lewis, Miriam Huck, Toba Simpson, Mushka Schild, Machla Blazer, Millie Rosenblatt, Cheder Chabad Philadelphia, Esther Garevich, Dina Simmons, Sarah Chana Garevich, Dvarlea Gerber, Simcha Viton, Cheder Labavich, Chicago Girls, Chaya Mushka Moskowitz, Chaya Mushka Natik, Liba Posner, Devorah Leah Moskowitz, Cheder Labavich Morristown Girls, Musi Binyaminson, Rickel Rosenblum, Mushka Tenenbaum, Fagi Bendit, Cheder Menachem, New Jersey, Chayla Greenbaum, Leah Garari, Cheder Menachem Wilkes-Barre, Dina Green, Simi Hershkop, Hebrew Academy, Margate, Florida, Leva Scheinberger, Kayla Rachel Denberg, Hebrew Academy of Tampa Bay, Chaya Backman, Hillel Academy, Chana Schmutkin, Lubavitch Cheder Day School of Minnesota, Chana Goldberg, Lubavitch Educational Center, Florida, Batyar Tervardovich, Freder Zirkin, Chana Herzl, Chaya Mushka Feiner, Rivka Brashevitsky, Freda Lane, Perla Benon, Rachela Sharuti, Yehudis Korf, Chaya Unsdorfer, Lubavitch Senior Girls London, Sarla Lepkovsky, Sarah Lazar, Yehudis Gruber, Mushka Vogel, Menucha Dubov, Chayla Silverstein, Maimonides Hebrew Day School, Chaiki Rubin, My Shliach, Bittel Cohen, Yehudis Rifkin, Dvorah Leah Zwiebel, Chava Miriam Kudan, Sarah Shemtov, Chayla Hecht, Malka Resnick, Sima Pate, Razel Katzenellenbeugen, Shana Shanowitz, Chavi Brackman, Connie Galpern, Chaya Bracha Lewis, Chaya Mushka Liberov, Sarah Feinland, Chaya Mushka Levkovsky, Vega Chain, Chaya Mushka Amzalek, Leah Hahn, Razel Fried, Chanshi Lowenthal, Chaya Cohen, Batsheva Dubov, Star Hadassah Pesner, Miriam Prus, Rivka Rifkin, Leva Sternberg, Ortmim Buffalo, New York, Shengel Munitz, Dina Miriam Freda Zinkarenko, Miriam Greenberg, Torah Academy, South Africa, Tiferet Natanya Cohen, Torah Day School of Houston, Batsheva Trush, Sivis Hashem Vancouver, Shira Orichman, Yeshiva School Pittsburgh Girls, Leva Frankel, Esther Rosenblum, Menucha Davidson, Chaya Mushka Rikarevich, Chana Weiss, and Mushka Altain. Mazel Tov to all of our medal winners.
Thank you, Chani. The moment that everybody has been waiting for has now arrived. We are ready for part 3 and the final part of the Chidon Mitzvos International Competition. Allow me to explain. In addition to all the Chidon contestants who came in from around the world for receiving a qualifying score on the tests that they took in their schools to join the Shabbaton, each school sent from each grade up to 2 representatives. These are the top 2 girls in each grade, in each school, that really mastered all the mitzvahs in their book, inside out, backward and forward. And I must add that the whole goal and purpose of the Chidon mitzvahs is that the girls should be able to easily, for the rest of their lives, be mekayim the takana of the Rebbe, to learn Sefer Hamitzvos daily. And we all know that it happens in the schools. The teacher wants to teach Sefer Hamitzvos, and sure enough, the Chidon girls and boys raise their hand and are there to explain it to their class. All the Chidon representatives, those top 2 girls from each grade and each school, on Thursday morning, besides for the 50-question final, took an additional, really tough final with an additional 40 questions. And they were in a competition to see who is going to have the highest score of 4th grade worldwide and 5th grade, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And there will be 3 winners. The 3rd to highest score will be awarded with the Chidon trophy, the bronze trophy, and the 2nd to highest score will be awarded with a silver trophy. And the top score, the girl who has the top score internationally, will receive a gold trophy. This is what the trophy looks like. It's actually heavy, and there's a plaque, which we couldn't put on yet, but it was made with their names and that they are the winners. So we're going to first do bronze, then silver, and then gold. This is the moment that everybody is waiting for. These girls worked so hard. And to the girls who don't win, I want you to know that it's fine. It happened to me. It happened to many other people. If you don't win, you could always try again. So for the bronze trophies, I'd like to call on Rabbi Shimi Weinbaum to announce the winners. And I'd like to call on Mrs. Blumi Mishalovin, base commander and Chidon coordinator from Benos Menachem, to be the one to hand the girls the trophies. Girls, if your name is called, please come up on stage. You will receive the trophy from Mrs. Mishalovin, and I will show you where to stand.
And the winner of 4th grade is none other than a girl from Cheder Chabad of Philadelphia, Esther Garowitz. Mishalovin. give her a round of applause. And from the 5th grade, this is unprecedented. We had a winner, but there was a tie. 2 girls tied in. Therefore, we got the entire 5th grade to do a tiebreaker test. But they tied the tiebreaker test. So we actually have 2 winners. This is really exciting for Mrs. Mishulavin because she comes from Benos Menachem of Crown Heights. And it's none other than Sivya Ozdaba. That's the first. I see a lot of Benos Menachem spirit. It's a long trip all the way up from the top. But she's made it. She's made it all the way down. Let's give Sivya Ozdaba a massive round of applause. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the other winner from 5th grade is the girl from Beis Chaya Mushka of Los Angeles, Nechama Shachat. We tried hard to make only one of you win, but as hard as we tried, it did not work. A big, massive mazel tov to Nechama Shachat all the way from Los Angeles, California. And she has finally made it down to the stage. There's lots of people excited for her. And let's give her a massive round of applause. Come on, let's get a picture together. There you go. Unbelievable. And now, sit together with Sivya. And now for 6th grade. This is a girl from Chidon, Lubavitch, Chicago. And it's none other than Chaya Mushka Moskowitz. Unbelievable. Who feels the energy in the room? Who's excited? Who wants to come to Chidon next year? Who's gonna bring a friend? And here we have the winner from Chidon, Lubavitch, Chicago girls. Let's give a big round of applause to Chaya Mushka Moskowitz. Beautiful. And now for the winner, the 3rd place in 7th grade. This girl comes all the way from Yeshiva School of Pittsburgh, and her name is Mushka Altheim. Chayalim in 8th grade. Do you want a Chidon in 9th grade? On all 5 books? All right, let's see who's up to that for next year. All 5 books. And let's give a very warm welcome all the way to the stage from Yeshiva Schools of Pittsburgh, Mushka Altheim. And now for the last bronze winner. For the last bronze winner from 8th grade. This is a chayil that traveled really far to come for the Chidon. All the way from Crown Heights, from Beis Chaya Mushka, Sarah Rachel Herzl. Let's give a warm welcome to Sarah Rachel Herzl from Beis Chaya Mushka. And now, for the next part of the ceremony.
Mazel tov to all the bronze trophy winners from the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Representatives, if you win the silver trophy, you will come on stage to get your trophy in center stage, and the 4th grader will sit here, and we'll make our way up the stage. And then we move on to gold. And for the silver trophy, which means that this girl got the second to highest mark in her grade internationally, I would like to introduce Rabbi Mendy Kilarski, representing his father, Rabbi Moshe Kilarski, Executive Vice Chairman of Markaz Linyanei Chinuch, to announce the silver trophies. And I would also like to call on Mrs. Klein, Base Commander and Chidon Coordinator in Beis Chaya Mushka of Crown Heights, to be the one to hand the girls the silver trophy. Rabbi Kilarski.
Join me in unveiling the girl who will represent the 4th graders with the silver medal. Riva Skabla from Beis Rivka in Crown Heights. Come to the stage. And now, representing all of the 5th graders, the girl who won the silver medal, all the way from London, England, Batsheva Dubov of My Shliach, representing all of the Yaldei HaShluchim and Shluchais that took part in this competition. Batsheva Dubov. So much hard work from so many girls, who all of you made the Rebbe proud. And for the 6th grade winner from Beis Chaya Mushka in Toronto, Hadassah All-Time. And for the 7th grade winner, We're not going to move geographically too far, but we'll move up a grade. Chana Rudel Karpilovsky from base Chaya Mushka in Toronto. As we call up the 8th grade winner of the final silver award, I remind everyone here how special and lucky you are to be able to learn Sefer Hamitzvos and Rambam every day with so much more depth and knowledge after going through all of the mitzvahs. So kol hakavod to all of you. And taking the 8th grade award, I call up Yehudis Korf from Lubavitch Educational Center in Florida to represent the girls of 8th grade.
And mazel tov to all our silver trophy winners. Fantastic job. And now, for the final announcements, for the girls who earned the gold trophy for Chidon Mitzvahs Tavshin Ayin Ches. When you hear your name, please come on to center stage and you'll just stay in a line right here in the middle. These are the girls who have the highest score internationally. And I'd like to call on Rabbi Yerachmiel Benyaminson, Executive Director of Tzivos Hashem, to announce the gold trophy winners and to call on Mrs. Hershkup, Base Commander and Chidon Coordinator at Base Rivka, to hand the girls their gold trophy. Rabbi Benyaminson.
Are you all ready to hear the names of the gold winners? No, I didn't hear that well. I'm sorry. Are you ready to hear the names of the winners of the gold trophy? Okay, that's a bit better. Wonderful. Before I announce the winners, I just want to say one thing, and that is, I would like to give a very, very special thank you to Shimi and Zeldy Weinbaum for putting together this wonderful, wonderful program and event. Everybody listen carefully. Grade 4, gold winner. The highest marks from Base Rivka, Crown Heights, Miral Brook. Okay, everybody, grade 5. Are you ready? Bnos Menachem, Crown Heights. Yehudis Heller. Grade 6. My Shliach from Pennsylvania, Esther Posner. Grade 7. Again, Base Rivka, Crown Heights. Esther Golda Shemtov. And finally, grade 8. All the way from Toronto, base Chaya Mushka. Chaya Mushka Altine.
And finally, we could give a big mazel tov to our bronze trophy winners, to our silver trophy winners, and to our gold trophy winners. Parents, family, and friends, thank you so much for coming. We hope you enjoyed. We'll be right back here in 1 week for the boys event. Same nachas with different questions. Mazel tov to all the winners and parents. Thank you for coming. L'shana haba b'Yerushalayim.